Good evening to you this 21st of December 2013. I am WeatherRanger.com's meteorologist Mike Griffith here with a discussion for Philadelphia. But first, let's take a look at the national picture here on infrared enhanced satellite imagery. Big storm out here in Texas and Oklahoma. In fact, there's been an ice storm in Oklahoma tonight. Lots of highways closed, lots of accidents, and lots of travel headaches out here in Oklahoma. You can see the swirl right here in the clouds in the upper atmosphere and this big shield of precipitation right here. This is mostly rain, and this is actually a cold front right here stretching down into Louisiana and Arkansas and even Missouri here, as there are a bunch of active tornado watches in this portion of our country tonight. So if you do live in this area down here in the deep south and you happen to be watching this video, definitely keep your NOAA weather radio on and alert, and keep it tuned right here to weatherranger.com for further updates regarding the severe weather down here in the deep south tonight. And this will become an issue in the overnight hours as this cold front continues to push up into the east and northeast. Up around Philadelphia today, we had a record high temperature of 67 degrees set at 1:57 this afternoon. And this warmth will definitely continue into Sunday as we see probably the warmest part of the month. And this is totally a big surprise for December, because normally it doesn't get this time of year. This is more like springtime temperatures or fall temperatures. So if you're in the Philadelphia area and you want to head out and do some holiday shopping tomorrow, definitely leave the coat behind and the boots and the scarves and the hats and gloves, because you are definitely not going to need them tomorrow if you head out shopping. Currently we have 64 degrees at the Philadelphia International Airport. We have 38 degrees at Allentown Airport, and we also have 41 degrees here out in Harrisburg or Middletown. And we can see much of the warmer temperatures down here to our south in Virginia, and down here in North Carolina today. Temperatures reached upwards of 78 degrees and are forecast to reach 80 degrees tomorrow, and that's where I'm located, down in Wilmington, North Carolina. We can currently see the rain snow line way up to our north in Canada, and let's actually take a look at that on our featured radar imagery here. As we can see, that dotted line that I just showed you previously is right up around here, and all this pink is sleet and ice mix, and all this white here is snow, as you can see according to this legend. So definitely wind shear precipitation is on the north side of that dotted line. But to the south of that dotted line, we have a lot of rain, and even heavier rain right here in the orange and yellow shaded areas on radar. And also you can also see the tornado watch boxes here in the red, as there are some cells, some thunderstorms along this cold front that could spin up and produce some tornadoes overnight. So what are we looking at? Where does that big system, where does this big system here head? Where does it head to? Well, let's take a look here and let's see what our models are telling us anyway. This is the GFS model right here. You can see this big chunk of energy that we're dealing with right now, this part of the country, on at Sunday at 7 o'clock p.m. Looks like the front tries to push its way into the Pennsylvania mountains and also down along the spine of the Appalachians. Let's fast forward here and put this model into motion, and we can see the front scooting eastward as this solid black line right here is the 0 degrees Celsius isotherm, or 32 degrees Fahrenheit, at 5,000 feet above the ground. So this is a good indicator of the colder air moving in, and it looks like the colder air definitely moves in by Tuesday afternoon at 1 o'clock. So warm and muggy until an advancing cold front moves forth from the central part of the country, I want to say, and then the Ohio River Valley, as this energy just scoots eastward here. And by Wednesday morning, things are going to be back to wintertime. It's safe to say, probably even before then. I want to say probably Monday night into Tuesday. You wake up Tuesday morning, it's going to be kind of windy and maybe a little warm. But then by Wednesday morning at 7 a.m., we're going to see this cold front well offshore and back to normal winter conditions. This model here has indicated a double-barreled high-pressure system. So probably nice weather for your Christmas day. And it's not going to be warm like it is going to be tomorrow on Sunday, or today if you're watching this Sunday morning. Fast forward to Friday the 27th, and I saw something interesting on the European model. The GFS model is not picking this up, as the European model had a coastal low moving up the East Coast, but the GFS model is in fact not picking up on this and is in fact bringing us a double-barreled high-pressure system here on Wednesday, and more than likely into the rest of the week we will see little disturbances moving up off to our north. But you want to have a high-pressure system up here for any type of big snow, and there's definitely not that is going to be there on Friday for that potential East Coast coastal low situation. Let's take a look at the temperatures here. This is going to be daytime max temperatures on Sunday. Moss is indicating 71 degrees up here around Philadelphia. So if you're headed to the King of Prussia Plaza, Montgomery Mall, Plymouth Meeting Mall, or Coventry Mall, you're definitely going to leave all the coats and jackets and scarves and all the winter accessories behind. And you're definitely going to want to dress down, maybe even wear a pair of shorts, because you're going to be in a shopping mall or outlets where there's going to be a lot of other people and you're going to feel warm. So personally, I don't like to be uncomfortable, so I'll wear a t-shirt and shorts especially if it's 71 degrees out, and especially if you're going to be indoors. That is the warmest day probably for the rest of this year, for the month of December anyway. And then we are back to normal as the daytime max temperature is forecasted by MOS, which is Model Output Statistics, for Wednesday, is back to 33 degrees. So seasonable after Sunday as we go into Monday and Tuesday after that front moves through. And then Wednesday, we're back to normal. High on 43 on Thursday, high of 39 on Friday, and missing data for Saturday. There was probably an issue with that model run, or that model run probably isn't even in yet. So this is probably a little underdone. It might be a little warmer than 71 on Sunday, which is tomorrow. It's 11 o'clock East Coast Standard Time right now as I am making this forecast. So 71 degrees for Sunday, and I think Moss always does these situations, especially under warm southerly flow here. So we could see maybe even upwards of 75 degrees, and maybe even in the 80s down here where I'm at, down here in Wilmington, North Carolina, right where this 78 is at. So it definitely cools off the rest of the week after that, and then we're back to winter by Wednesday, and that's basically your forecast. So it will feel like Christmas on Christmas Day as we are back in the winter, and actually today is the first day of winter. It's December 21st. So that is your quick and shortcut forecast. Keep it right here as we will be discussing any potential severe weather situations, especially with all these tornado watch boxes out in the southern portion of the country, in the deep south here, with some of this greater convection along this cold front. But we're not going to probably see anything in the form of severe weather up around Philadelphia, maybe just some quick downpours or maybe some gusts of wind. But up around Philadelphia in December, that's as bad as it ever really gets. Might catch you by surprise if you're out driving in it. If this cold front happens to move through Monday or Tuesday, probably Monday by the looks of where this low is centered right here and where this cold front is. Probably Monday, maybe Sunday night into Monday, maybe Monday during the day. If you're out here driving around Philly, it might catch you off guard if you're out to lunch. If you're just celebrating Christmas or you're out shopping, you're going to get caught in a downpour, and then the wind's going to pick up from the southwest, and it's going to start to get chilly and back to normal temperatures for your Christmas. Keep it tuned right here. I will have a white Christmas forecast and discussion. I'll tell you right now, it's not really looking like it in the Philadelphia region. In fact, a lot of snow here is going to melt if it hasn't already. Keep it tuned right here. I am WeatherRanger.com Philadelphia meteorologist Mike Griffith, and I will be back here discussing the possibility of a white Christmas. Take it easy and have a good day.